Milan Fashion Week has always been a spectacle of glamour and creativity, but this year the conversation has shifted in an unexpected direction. While Gucci prepared to unveil its Spring-Summer 2026 collection, it was Jin of BTS who turned the city into the epicenter of global attention. From Seoul to New York, Paris to Los Angeles, media outlets across continents are buzzing with one name, Jin. The 32-year-old superstar departed from Incheon International Airport earlier this week en route to Italy, and his mere arrival has transformed the landscape of the event. Footage of Jin walking through the airport in his understated black ensemble sparked viral trends within minutes, with hashtags like Jinx Gucci SS26 dominating social media platforms worldwide. Fans and fashion critics alike praised his look, noting how his effortless elegance has become synonymous with Gucci's modern identity. But it is not just fans who are captivated. European outlets such as Le Monde and La Repubblica have dedicated front-page space to Jin's Milan journey, describing him as the unexpected centerpiece of Fashion Week. Meanwhile, in the United States, the New York Times and Vogue US highlighted Jin's role as a global ambassador who blurs the line between music and luxury fashion. Analysts say this dual identity is what makes his presence historic. Jin is not merely attending as a celebrity, but as a cultural force redefining global fashion narratives. Industry insiders in Italy report that Jin's attendance has caused a spike in ticket demand, media accreditation, and even hotel bookings in Milan, underscoring his economic impact. The city, already accustomed to high-profile stars, has found itself at the heart of a phenomenon unlike any other. When Jin arrived, Milan stopped being just a fashion capital. It became the center of the world. One Italian fashion editor commented, "As Gucci prepares for its grand showcase, expectations are at an all-time high. Speculation is rampant that Jin will not only sit in the coveted front row, but may also play a surprise role in the event itself. Whatever unfolds, one fact remains undeniable. The conversation around Milan Fashion Week no longer belongs solely to designers and models. It belongs to Jin, whose ability to dominate headlines proves his place as one of the most influential cultural icons of our time. The anticipation in Milan is no longer just about fashion. It is about witnessing a cultural shift in real time. Traditionally, Milan Fashion Week has been dominated by European designers and Hollywood celebrities, but Jin's arrival has rewritten the script. The spotlight that once shone exclusively on the runway has now expanded to capture the story of a K-pop star whose influence transcends music, borders, and industries. For ARMY, this moment is profoundly symbolic. Jin, who only a year ago was completing his mandatory military service in South Korea, now stands at the very heart of global luxury culture. His journey embodies resilience and transformation, a narrative that fans across the world connect with deeply. Every camera flash in Milan, every article written by Western and European outlets feels like validation, not just of Jin's personal rise, but of K-pop's rightful place in the world's cultural hierarchy. Industry commentators note that the true power of Jin's presence lies in how he unites seemingly disparate worlds. For fashion insiders, he is the ambassador of Gucci, carrying the brand's legacy into a new era. For music lovers, he is the vocalist of BTS, a group that defined a generation. For ARMY, he is simply Jin, their worldwide handsome, who continues to make them proud. And for the global media, he is the story that eclipses all others. As Milan prepares for Gucci's Spring-Summer 2026 showcase, whispers of surprise appearances and exclusive campaigns swirl across the city. But regardless of what unfolds on the runway, the history of this fashion week has already been written. It will be remembered as the year when Jin BTS turned Milan into the world stage, commanding attention not with controversy or spectacle, but with authenticity, charisma, and undeniable star power. In the end, Jin's journey is more than a celebrity appearance. It is a reminder that the cultural heartbeat of the 21st century is no longer confined to one continent or one industry. It beats wherever icons like Jin choose to stand. And in September 2025, that heartbeat is in Milan. As the final countdown to Gucci's Spring-Summer 2026 show begins, one thing is already certain: Milan has never experienced anything like this before. The city, long considered the beating heart of European fashion, is no stranger to luxury, elegance, or star power. But the arrival of Jin has introduced an entirely new level of global fascination, one that fuses the artistry of couture with the passion of millions who see in him more than just a celebrity. They see a cultural leader. Outside the fashion venues, fans from across Europe have begun gathering, carrying banners, light sticks, and messages of support in a scene more reminiscent of a world tour than a runway showcase. Journalists from Paris, New York, and Seoul report that media accreditation numbers have surged beyond expectation, all in the hope of capturing even a few seconds of Jin's presence. For many, this is not just another appearance, it is history unfolding before their eyes. Fashion historians are already calling this moment a watershed, not because of a particular fabric, silhouette, or collection, but because of what Jin represents: the undeniable merging of East and West, of music and fashion, of individual artistry and collective cultural power. The world may remember Gucci's designs, but they will never forget the way Jin transformed Milan into a global stage with nothing more than his grace and presence. And so, as the doors of Milan Fashion Week prepare to open, the question is no longer whether Jin will make an impact. It is how deep that impact will run, and how long it will resonate. For ARMY, for Gucci, for the fashion world, and for history itself, Jin has already ensured that September 2025 will be remembered not simply as another season of style, but as the month when one man from Korea turned the entire fashion capital into his stage. This is not just Milan Fashion Week, this is Jin's Fashion Week. Reports from Italian media suggest that Jin's arrival has already boosted international coverage of Milan Fashion Week by more than 30%, with live stream requests and ticket sales spiking dramatically in the days leading up to Gucci's showcase. Local business owners near the event venue have even noted an unusual influx of foreign visitors, many of them ARMY traveling from across Europe and Asia, proving that Jin's presence is not just a cultural headline but also an economic force. Across the Atlantic, American media outlets are reacting with equal intensity. Vogue US described Jin as the defining face of global luxury for the modern era, while the New York Times called his Milan trip a turning point where fashion meets fandom in the most powerful way. Fashion analysts in Los Angeles argue that Jin has done what few celebrities could: bring together two distinct audiences, those who follow fashion religiously and those who follow music passionately. This fusion, they say, is why Jin commands not just attention but genuine influence. Meanwhile, European press has framed Jin's Milan moment as part of a broader cultural revolution. Le Figaro in France highlighted how K-pop idols like Jin are no longer seen as outsiders in European fashion but as the new standard. "This is not a collaboration," one editor wrote. "This is integration at the highest level. Milan does not just welcome Jin, Milan needs Jin." Such commentary underscores the magnitude of his role, not just as Gucci's ambassador, but as a symbol of a global shift in cultural power. The buzz online continues to skyrocket. Global hashtags connected to Jin's trip, Jinx Gucci SS26 and Gucci with Jin, have dominated Twitter's worldwide trending list for over 48 hours, while Instagram posts tagged with his name have surpassed 20 million interactions since his departure from Seoul. TikTok videos capturing his airport appearance have already accumulated over 100 million views, a testament to the way Jin can turn even the simplest moments into viral phenomena. Behind the frenzy lies a narrative that ARMY knows well. Jin's journey has been one of persistence, humility, and continuous growth. From serving his country during mandatory military service, to returning as a celebrated solo artist, and now stepping onto the global stage as a fashion icon, Jin has proven that his story is not defined by one chapter, but by the way he constantly reinvents himself. This Milan appearance is simply the latest proof that his trajectory has no ceiling. And now, with Gucci's Spring-Summer 2026 showcase just hours away, anticipation has reached its peak. Rumors swirl that Jin may play a more prominent role than expected. Some whisper he could walk the runway. Others believe Gucci has prepared a surprise campaign featuring him as its central figure. Whatever the truth, the excitement lies in the uncertainty, and the world is watching every step. From Seoul to New York, from Paris to Milan, the consensus is clear. This is not merely a fashion event, it is a cultural moment written in real time, with Jin BTS at its center.